Okay, it is 4:02 on June 23rd. I'm calling the city council meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, May 26th, city council meeting minutes. Any changes, deletions, additions? No. No. I entertain a motion to approve the May 26th, 2026 minutes.
I'll make the motion to approve the May 26, 2026 city council minute.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There are no names for June 9th. We've been a little busy week, so. Reports. Kurt, I put you on the reports.
Yes, I saw that.
Good to call you.
So I'm gonna do fire report first,
Okay.
fire department. So we've had a couple med calls and a fire call. And last council meeting, we talked about a rusty truck that we had that I think without any real expense at all, other than some hours in labor, we got it pretty cured for several years. It had probably been, the truck's 43 years old. It had probably never been opened up in 43 years, so.
Which one was that?
It's the #1 structure truck.
Okay.
So anyway, we've taken it out and tried it, actually put it on a fire, and the thing is working real well at this time. Probably in like 5 years, we'll open it up and let it dry out and take a shot back and scrapers in there again, and may not ever have trouble with it.
Okay.
Yes, and I seen on the burn pile. You know, that's a tough deal, the whole thing. And over, for most years, it works okay.
Mhm.
I know the spot it's in is now becoming an issue soon. But I feel the burn pile, if people have a place to bring it, it's a lot safer than if somebody, you know, was burning it on their own property and then they decided to drive into Baker or something, and they don't know just how flammable pine needles are and ground vegetation.
So you wanna go ahead and have them continue to bring stuff down there?
Yep, the guys have ripped it off,
Okay.
you know, so I'm real sure we got all the heat out of it now, but it's ribboned off. If they dump in front of the ribbon, I think we're pretty darn safe. As long as, you know, at some point, I guess soon, we gotta move it.
Mhm.
I don't know I don't know what that schedule is, because we won't be able to burn now until October.
And that's why we may have to change where they're dumping it, if we're gonna move and get rid of the ash, some of the ash.
Want to move it around the back and get some of those trees gone.
Where the metal bin is that
Yeah,
where it would be?
Back up in there and get some of those trees gone.
Sure.
I don't know how popular this is gonna be, but I'd like to turn that burn pile into a potash only fire. I don't wanna see any more lumber in there and treated lumber, cause we
So-
can get rid of potash a lot easier than we can get rid of this stuff.
Exactly, yes, the burn pile, the intent of the burn pile was yard debris, that's pine needles, pine cones, and limbs under 3 inches. That I can, you know, that'll burn hot and fast, it's the stumps and the debris over 6 or 3 inches that just sits and smolders and keeps heat in it.
Well, I'd like to get rid of the lumber and the treated lumber and all of that and strictly make it a potash fire. Which can be done if we post it and put cameras up. It'll
I
only take
think,
a couple-
well, that's what so I think that we need better signage, because there's there was signs at one time, you know, on a sawhorse or
Yeah,
something.
it's gone.
It needs to be permanent, because it's hard to get after people if they don't know. You know, they'll look at a burn pile that's already polluted, say,
Mhm.
and just go, well, yeah, I'm bringing it, you know? So I think we need better signage. A lot of the bigger towns, have like a fire-free weekend or something. There might be times during the busy seasons, which would be spring, when people are really bringing stuff in, that we have it set hours and it be staffed a half a day or something on a Saturday and Sunday. Just so we know, and if somebody really needed to get in during the week, you know, if we weren't open
Mhm.
and it was office hours, if they came in, checked out, you know, say, hey, you know, we're bringing safe, you know, what we're supposed to be burning material in, might be a good thing too. You're always gonna get, you know, somebody sneaking a load in there that's not supposed to be, you know, and it happens everywhere, even if it's a manned
Mhm.
pile or something.
Mhm.
They used to do that. We checked every load that went over there. They had to come here, to have the loads checked before they dumped them.
Yeah, if there was a way to cleanse the thing, and we basically say, come get a key, then at that time, we
Hey,
knew
guys.
who was in and out would be a lot. We just had a way to, you know who's in and out.
Mhm.
Um, and, yeah, just
Okay.
needs better regulated.
Okay, well, yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
Yeah, I think at this point, we've already got a bunch of stuff there already.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably into the time of the year where there's not a lot left in yards and stuff that bring the yardage on over
Yeah.
for now, and we'll get it burned up as soon as it's safe to burn. Next year's, maybe have a plan for springtime, you know, as far as being staffed, or 2 weekends a month or something like that.
Okay, thanks, Kurt. Are you doing, some fuel reduction through the Florida Wild Grant or wildfire grant?
Yes,
Because somebody asked about having, Zach's side yard done. Getting a lot of grassy weeds and stuff there
Sure.
that are,
yeah, it's,
so, do you have a list that you're keeping that we can add to?
Lindsay,
Yeah.
she's got it.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Kurt.
Yep.
Okay, next thing on the agenda, under new business is, COLA approval. Our city handbook has, with the employees, get a 5% COLA. We have the option of doing more, but we can't do less. Obviously, we don't have the funds to do any more or do any increases. So there will be a 5% COLA. So I would entertain a motion to move forward on and approve the 5% COLA as instructed in our handbook.
I make the motion to approve straight across the board 5% for employees starting July 1st.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Budget resolutions, this is just all the formalities, we got the budget done, I had copies sitting out there, so if anybody didn't get it, we can make some more copies. 26. Okay. So, here's one. So the large budget is, the general one, which you guys have these copies out on the table, and there's one, we can get you more turn on. I'm not gonna read you that, because we had 2 reviews of that. And then we have resolution number 448-26, adopting the budget. Be it resolved, the city council of the city of Sumter hereby adopts the budget for fiscal year 26-27 in a total amount of $2,434,670. The budget is now on file at the city's business office located here at 24 Mill Street, Central Oregon. Then it goes down, breaks out the appropriations. It came straight off of the general budget. And so it breaks them down so you can look at the budget if you want, the resource budget, and it breaks it down to general fund is 73,800. General fund fire department is 124,050, which is including grants. Water fund is 1,295,500. Again, it's got grants in it. Water bonded debt is 65,000. Flea market fund is 17,550. Free fund is 41,100. General fund parks is 288,000. Sewer fund is 525,770. And the cemetery is 8,900. That's how it's all broken. So I entertain a motion to approve resolution 448-26. Corporation.
I make a motion to approve the budget resolution 448-26.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Linda, you have original for this, right?
Yes.
I'm writing on mine. Okay, then resolution 449-26. A resolution of the city of Sunset, Grayson County, Oregon, approving participation in the state revenue sharing program. Whereas state revenue sharing law, ORS 51.770 requires cities to pass an ordinance or resolution each year stating they elect to receive state revenue sharing money. And whereas the required hearings were held on June 3rd and June 23rd, 2026, which was with her doing budget, be it resolved that the city of Sumter elects to receive state revenues for fiscal year 2026-2027, passed and adopted on the state. I entertain a motion to approve resolution 449-26.
I make the motion to pass resolution 449-26.
One second, then.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And then resolution 450-26. A resolution to impose and categorize taxes for fiscal year 2026-2027. And we have resolved the city council of the city of Sumter, Oregon hereby imposes the taxes provided for in the adopted budget at the rate of 0.7987 per thousand of assessed value for operations. And that these taxes are hereby imposed and categorized for the tax year 2026-27 upon the assessed value of all taxable property within the city. And for everybody, that's basically under 80 cents per thousand.
What's the current rate?
That's the current rate.
That's the
This
current
is the
rate.
current rate, 0.7987.
So it's not an increase.
It's not an increase, no. So the county resolved the budget officer filed this resolution with the Dayton County Clerk and the county assessors on before July 15th. No, we didn't get any increase. We can't get that changed.
I'll make the motion to pass resolution 450-22.
Okay, the second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. So we have several zoning permits. First one is 640 South Mill Street. Where level that code can. Think all the setbacks,
Yes. It's just a temporary taking down each year.
Bruce is taking down his bill.
Yeah, not up there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then motion to approve the zoning for 640 South Mill Street.
I make the motion to approve the zoning permit for 640 South Mill Street for the time phase.
One second, then.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next one is for zoning for 101 Sawmill Gulch for a stargazing suite. All the setbacks. Okay, missing those setbacks.
By one.
No power. I entertain a motion to approve the zoning for 101 Sawmill Gulch.
I make a motion to approve the zoning permit for 101 Sawmill Gulch.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then the third one is 195 Bonanza Street. In Carroll Edition. This is that, oh, okay,
Yeah, under the porch.
and then what?
Take for
Everything looks good to
And
me.
those- Entertain a motion, entertain a motion to approve 195 Bonanza Street.
I'll make a motion to approve 195 Bonanza for the 10x10 bathroom addition.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, okay, old business, before we get to that. I'm sorry, I had two additions here, but we have, I think I gave you your packets. There's a task order, the number 7, for, for Pico, changing their bid an additional $5,500 for, survey. This has to do with the Selena Green. And this is out of the Oregon funds. This is all covered by grant money. Because we have to get some permanent surveying and marking done for, Central Valley Railroad. And for the Q Valley. It's already been surveyed, which needs to be approved. And like I say, the $5,500 will be paid by grant. Any questions? No. I entertain a motion to approve the amendment. The number 7 to the task force.
I'll make the motion to approve the amendment number 4 to task order number 7 for, 5,500. Okay.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then one other addition, these all just came in this morning, and it's all time sensitive. We have to do an archaeological study for the lagoon, so we get the updates. Thank you, DEQ again. However, so we put out for bids, and we got some interesting bids. We had a local company that their bid is $16,695, and we had budgeted $70,000, just so we know. And then this other nice company came in for the same work, and they bid $61,000. So needless to say, the bid we want to take is the one that's the local, at $16,695, and again, this is paid through, grant money. So that was city's problem. So, and so we need to get back to these people so we can lock them in at that bid, so they don't purchase money. So I entertain a motion to approve the $16,695 archaeological bid.
I'll make a motion to approve the 16,000 archaeological bid.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, thank you. I'll give these off tonight, too. And we have cemetery update first.
And volunteer park.
Yeah.
Yes, give me a minute, technical.
Technical difficulties. Go for that.
All right. So you guys can't have me come and do a report without a presentation, so here we go. So fencing grant, So we applied for this earlier this year. We applied for $6,800, which was the cost of the choice fence that y'all made. And we received $4,800. So just as a reminder, when we looked at how much fence we needed, we wanted to put in 300 feet of fence, so it goes to that, the number 300. You also looked at 600 feet and 900, okay? Just as a reminder. So here's the one you picked. So obviously we don't have $6,800, but I put together 3 or 4 options for you guys to look at. No expectation that you're gonna pick something today or vote on it, but it's for you to take a look at. So this is, again, this is the original fence. We could still get it, but it would cost the city $2,000 or someone donating money. It's very simple to put up. It's staked into place. No post hole digging. You put up a string line to make sure it's straight, and you stake it into the ground. And it comes with everything you need, and that includes shipping that.
Now, do you remember how tall that was?
It's 3 or 4 feet.
I think it was 3.
Yeah. And again, just to restate that I said before, the fence is really only there to keep cars from parking onto the grass. We don't want them doing that because who knows if someone's buried there. We just don't know. And Lord forbid if the weight of the car and a grade collapses, that could be not pretty. So this is Terry's idea. He has a friend who has, he says enough for 900 feet of 3-rail fence. He described it to me over the phone. I didn't get it. So I said, can you take a picture? He doesn't know of anybody who's ever done fence like this before, but so I said, okay, how about a drawing? So his idea is we put in T-posts, equidistant. We take the rails, 3 rails, and we wire them to the T-posts. You do that for the whole length of the 300 feet, and then you come back and you get wood and you face it with a board. Doesn't have to be this board, it could be a thicker board that, just for example. And then this would basically get wired to that T-post. So it's, for lack of a better description, it's faux fence. Faux fence, faux rail fence, split rail fence. That's option number 2. From a pricing perspective, it's not too bad. The person that he has, the person he knows says it's $1,200, and it will do a 3-rail fence for 900 feet. And then T-posts, I priced them. Wilco has them for $5. That's $199. So then I figure wire $50, could be more, $1,449
What labor?
as a guesstimate.
What labor though?
You're looking at the lake.
That's what I meant. Labor.
Free lake.
Yeah, that was
And
my
longevity.
And anybody else in here who would like. Okay. So this is an option. I talked to a couple of people over the recent weeks, and I think they even mentioned about what if we did this up on Volunteer Park to keep patrons of the stage stop from parking on the grass. And this is road fence. So, you know, we have to purchase some 6x6s, I guess. Get them down into the ground 2 feet, have 2 or 3 feet above the ground, buy some 1-inch twisted rope. And you have to, you know, cut the holes obviously in the post, and then you get a fence. And for the total project is $1,028. If you wanted 600, 2,000, 900 is $3,000. Again, we got $4,800 for materials. And then this last option I have for you is just the traditional split rail fence. Again, getting prices online for the posts that are already pre-slotted. I saw them up as high as $22 and as low as $15. So I just use a price of $20 per post. And then the rails from Terry, $1,200, right? And then a post hole digger, if we rented a post hole digger for a week, it's $453. I've rented this post hole digger before. It's called a one-person post hole digger. You guys have used it. I can tell you, I used it for a day and I paid for it for a week because my back was, pretty bad. She could tell it.
Yeah.
So anyways, there you go. So that's $2,000. If you double it, go 600 feet, then you're up to 41. If we went 900 feet, we exceed the dollars we were awarded. So again, I'll email a copy of this presentation to Lindy. And if you guys want to take a look at it or just marinate on this for a while and not even look at it again, because there are obviously options that we can stay within that $4,800. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Questions?
The longevity of those and man hours compared to the simple wire fence.
Yeah, I mean, if you can see that note down there, most effort to install, as well as the rope. That'll take a lot of effort to install. Terry's idea is a little easier because you just drive T-posts into the ground. I personally don't like that idea. And then the original fence, again, is you get a string, you put in a string line and you just stake this stuff down. I think each section is 9 feet, if I remember. And each section stakes in and ends a fence.
We spent a lot of time going over fencing. We were,
Yeah.
we had workshop on it,
Food for thought.
yeah.
All right, if there's no other questions, then I'll go on to the park. So volunteer park, we are awarded $68,000-ish. And we have to provide another $16,000 to $17,000 in in-kind labor or rental costs, or, if we have somebody come in and do some work, then we pay for that. And again, that's OPRD grant. So this is the committee has met 3-4 times, I think. We had a meeting last night, so I'll show you our action steps from that meeting. But so this is the play area. It's 37 by 47. And just don't pay attention to the fact that this line is longer than this line, because, this is just to keep us on the straight. It's not to scale at all. So in the middle, we'll have this major structure. It'll have couple swings? No swings.
No,
Just climbing slides,
slides.
3 slides,
Yeah.
something like that. All plastic, it's that all high plastic stuff.
Rail plastic.
Yeah. And then the tree swing will be over here somewhere. And then the spinner, 2-person spinner will be right in there somewhere. This is a tree that exists. There's the jungle gym. What we did in one of the first or second meetings was we decided that the play area cushion, the soft landing area, was too small. So it's been expanded. It still fits in the budget. So we're good for that. So the jungle gym will now have the soft surface underneath. We're gonna take the swing set that was right in here, and we're just basically gonna push it back. So it'll be in the grass. It won't be on the surface area. Another addition is here. We're gonna take this pad, this concrete pad that is underneath the pavilion. We're gonna take and extend a sidewalk, a 6-foot wide sidewalk out to another large pad that will border with the play area. And that's gonna be an ADA table. So there'll be 2 ADA tables there. One under the pavilion and one at the play area, so that, if there's an ADA family, they've got easy access. One other thing I'm missing is last night, and actually every meeting we've had so far, we've been talking about the stream. Right now, the stream, it kind of has multiple channels in places. You step in it and you sink down 2, 3, 4 inches into the mud. So the plan is we're gonna dig the channel out. And then probably everybody in this room has seen the pile of dirt there so far, which is, I think, 20 yards, if I remember. And we need to get probably at least another 15, 20 yards. And so that will be graded up against the stream, just so during snow melt, it's above water grade, I guess, to put it simply. So that's that. And then lastly, these are the things that we identified as actions or reports that were done last night. So Lindy reported that the Play World equipment's been ordered, and it's early August.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should ship by as well.
Okay. And then, well, I forgot before that we decided to change the pits, the horseshoe pits, to cornhole. So Lindy's gonna check with Play World and the other company to see what they have in terms of all weather, year round, cornhole pits. That way you don't have to maintain them. You don't have to take them down in the season. Probably would anyway. And so 2 sets I put down. Is that good?
Yeah.
And then for me, I redid the budget, based on the new larger size footprint of the playground. So we're now up to $60,350 spent of the grant. I caution that first off, there's some shipping costs that still need to be counted in this grant, so that'll probably take it up another 1,000, I'm guessing. The cornhole, and we also talked about putting a flag, a US flag in the park. So we gotta go out and get some costs for a flagpole as well. And as I said, we'll remove the horseshoe pits. All that said, we want to start doing the groundwork after the 4th of July. So that'll be stabilizing the stream bed by excavating some of it, make it a little deeper, keep the channel in one spot. And then as part of our fill that we need, we've got the 20 in there now. At the cemetery, there's probably another 15 yards of fill, up to 15, which we could use. And then we're going to remove a bit of the embankment. So when you're on the side of when you're in the playground, there's an embankment that runs on this side here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about digging some of that out, basically pushing it back. And that gives us more fill to put up against the creek. So here's for you guys. So we want to move some of the fill from the cemetery over to Volunteer Park, and we were hoping that Alex and or Jeff could do that. And if they do, we need to track their out, because that's a cost
Oh, yeah.
to the city that we want to put against our matching dollars.
Yeah.
Secondly, maybe they could dig out the creek channel as well for us. And then lastly, with the backhoe, I'm assuming, grade it out.
You have a certain way you want that channel dug out.
Damn right I do.
So when they're gonna do it, you want to be there.
Of course.
You're instruct.
Either me or Kurt, I think maybe even Kurt
Okay,
if he's got time,
Yeah.
but just to make sure that it's,
but you want it to, yeah, so
Yeah.
they know that you really are expecting.
yeah. And so again, we want to start after the 4th.
Okay.
Maybe not the exact week after the 4th, but pretty soon, fairly soon afterwards, because we're gonna be up against winter as usual.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
that's it. Any questions?
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's it.
Appreciate you
Sure.
getting the committee doing all this.
Yeah,
slowly going forward.
good fast meeting last night.
What color maybe did you pick for the slides? Cause we couldn't come.
I
It's a surprise.
It's gonna be a surprise. It'll be pretty, you'll love it. It has the teal that you liked
Oh, perfect.
It's just,
I got one color out of 3.
and the blue, the dark blue.
some of those colors were just,
They didn't make them to mix and
they were
match.
bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it'll be pretty.
I'm sure.
So,
People like it.
Matt, you'll be around next weekend.
Am I around this week?
Well, I think we still need to work out some.
Yeah,
stuff on
the 11th.
Yeah, the 11th.
That's a what day of the week?
It's probably a Saturday.
Is it 11th?
11th?
Saturday.
Yeah, it's a Saturday, yeah.
Where are we going? Okay,
Okay, yeah, 'cause
sound good.
we're gonna need you there to supervise a little more. Just so you know, we all know that Karen passed away. And so they've asked to utilize the cemetery. So this will be our first endeavor, so.
Yeah.
We talked to mortuary and that needs to be there, make sure we do it all right.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you want me here when you use the, the database and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, I think
I can-
the first time, yeah, we just make
I'll
sure we
send
get,
us that signal.
Okay,
yeah.
Wednesday mornings, we're usually not around, but. All right.
So yeah, that'll be a new endeavor for us. Okay, Lindy. you're up.
Okay, so the youth program, we had our first night, last Thursday. We did Father's Day projects. I had donations from Stage Stop. They donated chips and, lunch pops for the kids. And I want to thank them and the Croslins. They came and they donated their time and, project, to help the kids. We, not as many kids as I wanted. Some of them had a death in the family, so they were gone, but hoping the next one will have even more kids. For July, where I've been talking with the fire department, and Kurt has agreed, and John, that we're gonna do something with the kids in the fire department at the park. So it's going to be a water event. We're gonna have fun. So, they're not looking forward to it, but I'm gonna make sure the kids have fun. So yeah, so be looking for the flyer. It'll probably be the 3rd-ish week of July, I think. So like,
Yeah, third, I should be able to get some.
yeah.
handouts and things like that.
Yeah, handouts and stuff, and we're planning maybe water balloon fights, some water guns, maybe a slip and slide. John's gonna go to town with a hose, I think, so we're gonna have fun. So look for the flyer and, keep spreading the word, more kids, more fun.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, councilor comments, Daryl.
Yeah, since we talked about the budget here tonight and stuff, I urge everybody to take a copy of the budget. So you can see where our revenues come from, where the money's going. How much is grant money, how much is tax money? Because we're, like our accountant has been telling us for many moons now, we are heading for a fiscal train wreck, basically, here coming down the road. If we don't figure out a way to raise revenue, or Rod says you got two choices: raise revenue or cut services. And so I just want everybody here to put that in mind, that we need ideas on how to possibly raise revenue or what services to cut. Hopefully no services to cut. But yeah, it's just needs to be in people's minds that this is coming down the road for us to deal with. And one of the things we're looking at is putting a levy out there so that the voters can decide on what to do, because we as a city council, I think I can speak for all of us on this, we don't want to raise taxes or fees or anything without the without the consent of the government here. That's why we want ideas from you guys and stuff. I did get some information from the League of Oregon Cities the other day on water sewer rates and stuff around the state of Oregon. And it was kind of a wake up call for me. We are the second lowest water sewer rates in the entire state of Oregon. The only people that have lower rates than us are down on the south coast. Some of the rates are as high as $79 a month just for water or sewer. We were talking about John Day, their situation, they're looking to pay $200 a month just for sewer because of what's being required by the DEQ and everything. So, hopefully that won't happen here. But I just want people to be aware that we've got some issues coming up down the road here. And one of the things on the, I will say on the levee, we're looking at snow removal, dust control, fire department, and administration. Those are the four things where the big issues for revenue in the budget. So anyway, that's all I got to say for right now. I just want to make people aware that we've got some issues coming up down the road that we're going to have to address.
Margaret?
And fine.
I'll get to you in a minute. So I just have a couple updates. I met with Ducote Consulting last week. They came out about the community center. The money is finally funding. So they're working on a new plan for that to start getting that, getting some updates to it. I'm doing some pricing right now. I've sent out asking for some pricing so we can get some current pricing since that's like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old rates. And then, let's see. Oh, our 2025 audit has got finalized and has gone to Gaslamp County to review. And once they review it, it'll go to the auditors and it'll get uploaded to the state of Oregon and make them happy. And there was no issues in the audit, so everything was okay on that. Meters RFP, if they get those put in, is scheduled to be hopefully put out in June, probably late August is what they're looking for. And once we get a contractor, they're saying it's 2 to 3 months to get all the meters in. I think they're cutting themselves short. I think it's gonna take a lot longer because as Alex and Jeff have found, there are some meters that we can't even find. I think Mr. Young was one of them. So, but that's coming down. And then final thing, everybody that's excited about sitting at this table, it's time to get your signature. So we're gonna work on it next week. So all the tentative paperwork will be ready for people to pick up. So, and then I have one last thing, which I hate to do, but Cherry Brand has decided that they all are gonna move. So she sends us a letter to officially say that this is her last meeting. Formal resignation as of June 30th, 2026. Thank you. Nice to see you go too. So there's gonna be a couple places open for all of you that are just eager to be here. I know, don't rush in. So that's all I've got. Any comment? Kurt?
I was just gonna see what people thought of Sunday's event. It was the Huckleberry.
Awesome. Awesome, very good.
A lot of positive feedback.
Yeah, I thought it was, I felt like I was in a big city, I guess.
They were careful.
A million in Drake Park or something. And I just want to remind everybody, you know, we are in high fire danger and there's counties already moving to extreme. So I'm guessing, I bet sometime in July, we go to extreme.
Are we still able to use chainsaws till like noon?
Chainsaw still new. Yeah.
And there will be a flyer going out in the, bills about the even on for water, to conserve water.
Oh, yeah, with that too, since I'm restricted on watering, I should be able to restrict my pay on the amount.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
saw
everybody likes that
that.
one.
Yesterday. Well, the thing is, you know, like you say with the fire danger, I mean, we have plenty of water coming in, but once that water's gone, I mean, we don't have snowpack, so
Sure.
people,
Yeah, you only got it coming in now for.
you don't have to have lush grass, you just keep it alive.
I actually want the tanks full at all times in case there is a fire. I don't want the rebuild. Is the mowing of lawns still from 8 to noon? You have to be done
Yes.
at 8 noon?
Yes.
Okay.
In regards to the chainsaw, I was, in the restaurant yesterday and a gentleman was asking Mike Manning about the time limit. Is it possible to put chainsaws after 12 or before 12 on the sign out with the water? So that people know what the time is that they can run chainsaws?
We have a posting of the exact the restriction, if there was a way to get that out to everybody, and it might even be on the website or something.
I believe it is on the
It-
website.
I put it on the website and it went out as emails, so anybody who subscribed to the website got it as an email.
Yeah, that particular board,
Yeah.
basically, I wish we were extreme right now, cause then it can just say no fires at all, no mowing. You know, makes it a lot easier. I don't want the board to get too confusing, with the chainsaw use, if it could be. Look at current restrictions or something, and they can go right to ODF and look at those restrictions.
They don't.
But yeah, I think most of the residents probably know, you know, that during high that we're not supposed to be running chainsaws. Of course, the campers and stuff that are coming up and cutting camp wood and that, you know, they probably don't know or care or anything.
Yeah, I think this
And
was a little.
on that restriction, if you do read it, to me, yes, a gas powered chainsaw has a combustion engine, does spark. But so does an electric one if you rock it.
Yeah.
And electric are good all the time, which I think's crazy. I think it should be just no chainsaws after 12 o'clock, because the spark's right there on the ground if you're electric or not.
And there needs to be careful,
And one more thing on the fire department budget. If we were to comply to all OSHA and all NFPA regulations, we'd be at $1 million a year to comply. So
I know, we don't
be
have
happy
to do that.
with as cheap as we operate.
Yeah. Okay, oh, Matt, I get, okay.
It's been a while since I've given a county parks update, so I'm gonna make it brief.
Yeah.
Because we had a meeting yesterday. Sometime last year, the idea was floated about, handing over management to, the parks in the county to a concessionaire. So they started working on an RFP. We're still working on the RFP, and it's like a year later. Yesterday was a 2-hour meeting. I think it was the longest meeting I've gone to, and still working out all the little details in this RFP that they're hoping to get out before the current commissioners leave office, which is 5 months.
This is for county parks.
County parks.
Sorry, I was looking for something.
Yeah.
Christina told me not to come out. So on the burn pile. Can we move it somewhere else? I have a list of your city property right here.
Well, we already decided we were gonna move it.
Well, okay, here's a blast from the past. You're gonna have to deal with Diane Miller. Right, Carol?
Well,
Carol can tell you.
we're not gonna move it to where the old spot was.
Well, I personally, after thinking about as dry as it is and everything, I don't really want it closer to the timber on that hillside
Well,
either. And most towns don't have a burn pile. The people that looked at Dennis's property, she told me, where he wants to build Sumter Street while you're moving it, they're like, what the hell are you talking about, a burn pile? No towns have that. It's too dangerous. There's too much liability. They take it transfer station or they haul it to the dump. So
Thanks, Tom.
that's something you should think about, because you're really leaving the city open for a thing. And when she said it was at her house, they had garbage from the ghost mine thing or whatever, and tires, and it was bringing in rats and all kinds of. She does not want it anywhere near any closer to hers, and I don't want it closer to the hill.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Jennifer?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out. It took me about 6 months, but I found out the people that owned the CenturyLink building. Took a while to find the lady. And we contacted her, and within 2 weeks, CenturyLink was here, painted their building, cleaned up their lot. And I would like to know if the city could send them a thank you note.
I made a note.
I stopped and thanked him when he was out there. Be nice to get the fence.
Yeah, they're out of Beaverton.
Yeah. Well, workers, the workers.
Okay, thank you. No?
Now, I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Okay.
I'm hard.
All in favor?
Bye.
Nice.
Opposed?